not for the strong. They search for the weak, the lonely, the lost, the ones desperate to be seen. Your pain, sacred control, not love. It feels like safety, but it's a cage. Your fear is the faith. Hope becomes their power. Soul the prize. This is the warning. Trust no promise that demands your mind. No love should cost you everything. This is disturbed.
Oh, yeah.
Howdy, howdy.
Hey, everybody. Yes. This is going to be, we're going to be doing quite a bit more of this. So
Yeah, we've
we're,
officially established, a a platonic relationship / dateship. And considering we are both the experts in our relationships, our spouses are like, thank God.
yes. We've, it's like, I don't have to deal with him. Oh, I love it. Let's see. I'm putting this in there so people can find it, because we're gonna the main stuff that we're gonna do is gonna be Tom Gill. It's good to see you. The main stuff we do tonight is gonna be over on Rumble, because YouTube doesn't like what we're gonna show you, so it will be. And I'm gonna pin it up in the chat.
Well,
as
they
soon
were
as I
happy
can.
to promote it when it was a 501c3.
Yes, and we'll be going there after probably about an hour. We'll go to, and I'm sorry, I'm just typing all this in because YouTube's difficult whenever you're trying to do this. And pin message, so it should be pinned at the top right there for everybody that's coming in. It's where it's going to get really spicy. So, but we do, and in case you guys are wondering what exactly it is that we're talking about, sounds like 5. It's set on 2, and Mo sounds like 5. Am I really low?
You sound normal to me, but we often don't hear what they do.
Okay. Well, I'll see if I.
Oh,
Yeah,
now you're clearer.
My volume is still really low. Give me just a second. Doggone it. They changed all this stuff in StreamYard, and it's
I know.
Really difficult.
Believe me, trying to send a link to Baker, I was like, where the hell did they put the invite button?
Yes. Oh, that's why. Let's see. This should be bringing up my volume just a little bit. Usually about 140 is where it's supposed to be. I think, nope, that's still low. Bringing it up just a little bit more. Damn. They've made this really difficult on me. Yeah, that should be back up to where it normally
You do sound louder now to me, but
okay. Yeah, I never know. Crank it up. Let's see. Let's give a little shout out to all you people. Good
Free
to see
bird.
You, Star Z, Kathy Fromm, and we got Wim, we got Steve Amborn. Good to see you. Mary Ribbick, Tom Gillis of Golf Instruction, the man, the myth, the legend. And if you guys have not checked him out, he'll teach you more than you will ever be able to. He's probably forgotten more about golf than you guys will know. Let's put it that way.
I still fear the adult that would hand me a golf club.
I would never hand you a golf club, no.
I wouldn't hand me a golf club either, because I close my eyes when I swing, which is apparently not what you're supposed to do.
Oh, There you go. Look at that. Well, Lady Reed's good to see you, love. Ah, yes, better, better, better. Everybody's saying better. Hello, pump up the volume. That's right. See, that's right. Yep. He's an actual golf pro. You should go check him out. You most definitely should. I think I don't know why I haven't, and we should have him as a standard moderator. Thank you.
Ooh, moderator.
Well, because I need to know who he is, and that way he can also put his link up there so people can go check him out. Mm-hmm.
You know, I'm a moderator and don't know how to do that. I tell everyone, like, don't make me a moderator. I don't know how to put links up. I barely understand my own channel. Don't do this to me.
Well, see, now you're a moderator, Tom. You can just put up your link to your chat there, to your stream, to your YouTube channel, because that would be awesome. And also make sure you guys go and check out Mo in the Deep End, because not only are we doing this on Mondays, we're also going to be over on her chat on Fridays, and probably, and then every other Friday I do Monday mornings with Mo, and then every Friday we're going to be doing something over on Mo's. It's going to be how do you put that? A little foreplay for FNL.
Yeah. It's called Bad Touch Friday.
Bad Touch Friday. Oh, okay. I like that. That'll be good.
It's not it's still gonna get demonetized just like Foreplay Friday.
Yeah,
even if we spell it with a 4.
Yes. Bad Touch Friday. That would work. We can get like a little doll, like says, where did Mo touch you?
I have the doll. Because the Karen Reed case, I needed to show in where on my brain Hank was hurting me with his arguments. It was quite a descriptive. Also, how far up his butt he had gotten and how contorted he had to be.
Yeah. Well, and that's what I'm saying is, we'll have it on Fridays, and we'll just have to get a picture of the Bad Touch doll that Mo has. Maybe with like a little olive leaf over the. Is that what it is?
Again, knowing my luck, that would be the first and only stream my mother attempts to watch to attempt to support me. And she's like, oh. And she'd probably bring her whole Bible group over, knowing my luck, because she's in Alabama and apparently they got nothing better to do. So I'd be shunned by an entire town I haven't met. I mean, it's kind of a personal goal, but
I must have talked to your mom from Alabama today, because I talked to I think your skin's too light to be her. She was still sweet though.
Well, I am an anomaly. My mother does tan.
No, I think this lady was born with a tan. So.
Oh well, yeah, probably not my mom. Are you my mother?
Are you my mother? Oh my gosh. Well, in case you guys are wondering what this is all about, we're talking a little bit about this group right here. The Twin Flames universe their home was raided. Amazing enough, they sort of got themselves into a little bit of trouble over there, doing the crazy stuff. And this is
just
by
a scotch.
Just a scotch. Well, Jacob Wheeler wrote this for this. He's a Sun editor. Tuesday morning, July 1st, after 11 a.m., federal, state, local law enforcement officers raided the Lenalo, I guess. I don't know. I can't pronounce these words. Lee Lanao County home of Jeff and Shalele Divine, leaders of the Twin Flames Universe organization.
Wait, they changed their names again? I thought it was Aria or whatever the hell, like Ender's Game.
Or, yeah, Area,
Tetris,
Arians. Some crap like that.
Look, I lost my faith in humanity when he said that he was Jesus. I was just like, I'm out. I have to stop watching this or I'm gonna build a killdozer.
No, it's shillelagh. Shillelagh, not
I
shenane.
just wrote so when I did my notes, I just put cray cray.
Cray cray.
So I shortened their name. He's King Doofus, and so I just put KD, and she's cray cray.
Cray cray. I love it. Well, in case you're wondering, Twin Flames Universe organization, which critics and multiple documentaries have described as a cult. Now that we're gonna watch some of those documentaries, maybe both of them, because they do cover different aspects of this group.
Yeah.
And they're available on Amazon Prime and they're available on Netflix. Now tonight, did we decide whether we're going to do the Netflix or the Amazon Prime one?
Well, we didn't, so I took notes on both. So if you have notes done on either, I can kind of, because I couldn't remember what we said.
Well, I'll tell you what we'll do. I've got the Prime one done up already, and a lot of people have not seen the Prime stuff. And absolutely, Kippy, it's good to see you over there on Rumble. And whenever we watch those, we'll be watching them over on Rumble because I've done this before. I've actually streamed these both before, and YouTube does not like it. So I always send everyone over to Rumble to watch it over there. So that way you can sort of keep up with everything that's going on. And there's ads that'll come up, but I'll pause during those. So don't you worry. But these so
but where am I going to get my pocket catheters, Shizzy? If I don't have Wilford Brimley tell me where I get them.
No, it's like 30-second commercials and I hate commercials. I just hate them with a passion.
Yes.
A neighbor observed police officer carrying out a box of papers from the residence near Sutton's Bay. That neighbor texted a photo of the raid in progress to Kelly Griffin, Twin Flame survivor, or Keely Griffin, Twin Flame survivor and leading advocate to hold the cult's leaders accountable. Griffin visited the National Writers Series in Traverse City in February of 2024 and spoke about cults and her experience with the Divines. She climbed to the upper echelons of the Twin Flames Universe organization before leaving. Early in the afternoon on July 1st, Michigan Attorney General Dana Nessel issued a press release that announced an ongoing investigation into the Twin Flames universe, as well as a second raid against people associated with the coercive group. According to Nessel's office, the search warrants were carried out by special agents from the Department of Attorney General, along with the U.S. Department of Labor, Office of Inspector General, and law enforcement officers from Michigan State Police, the Lee Lanao County Sheriff's Office, and the Grand Traverse County Sheriff's Office. A blue Michigan State Police vehicle was seen outside the residence, as well as several unmarked vehicles leaving the neighborhood on M22 following the raid. Today, my office executed multiple search warrants upon individuals atop Twin Flames Universe organization and its associated properties under the authority of a judge finding probable cause that crimes have been committed by TFU and their leadership. Anyone with information about potential criminal conduct regarding Twin Flames Universe or their members are encouraged to contact my office and may do so anonymously. And they're asking for anybody that's been involved with them. If you got any people, know of any people that are looking that have been involved in this and have any information on some of the shady stuff. And we're not just talking about just making up stuff. We're talking about actual, verifiable evidence. Contact them, bring it forward, because they're doing this to create a case against them and see if they've done anything wrong. As you know, all people are innocent until proven guilty, but you're going to see some pretty damning stuff tonight.
Yes. And Twin flames kind of came up from what I've researched about 2016. It was really in the cultural zeitgeist, this thought of like having the ultimate soulmate. Even, celebrities were talking about it. Machine Gun Kelly and Megan Fox, the Thumb, uh,
Yes.
said that they were twin flames, which I think underlines the fact that it might be bullshit. But, who am I to question young love?
Yeah. I mean, young love and weird thumbs.
Well, I mean, what are you going to do?
I
She
mean,
did have to kiss Shia LaBeouf. I'm sure that led to long lasting trauma.
I would have for me.
Same.
Anyone would. Okay, so in a YouTube video announcing the investigation, Nessel added that Christine and Jason Emmerich were also targets in the investigation. Emmerich has been listed as TFU's chief operations officer and has a mailing address outside of Traverse City. Twin Flames allegedly uses coercive control over its members, both in Michigan and across the United States. We believe that many of their actions may have been illegal. We're asking for the general public's help in this investigation. And if you have more information about them and would aid in the attorney's general investigation, email the investigative team. And let me see, I can grab this right here. And I don't want to email it. I'm just going to post this up here for you guys to see. Copy. And I'll put that in there. So if you guys have information on them, you two can email them there at that. There's the email for it.
Yeah, and this is a worldwide thing. I mean, this was a kind of craze that went through kind of a lot. So, it doesn't us talking about it might get to someone that, didn't know that they could go in and give information.
Yes, and that is the thing about it here is because now what we're going to see here is this right here. There was a story, and it was also done by Jacob Wheeler because he has done extensive this following of this story, and he writes here: the COVID-19 lockdown in the spring of 2020 attracted many newcomers to Leelanau County. Here they could frolic in our abundant outdoors, our national lakeshore without fear of the disease. Many took advantage of the ability to work remotely. Some craved anonymity. Perhaps none of those transplants were as mysterious and now as controversial as Jeff and Shalele Ayan, or Ayan. The Suttons Bay residents and relationships coach gurus behind the Twin Flames universe, which a December 2020 Vanity Fair article called a sort of therapeutic spiritual reality show. Last week, the streaming service Netflix launched a scathing 3-part documentary series titled Escaping Twin Flames, which casts the Ayan's online community as a cult whose leaders prey upon members and charge them thousands of dollars. How many thousands of dollars there?
Well, let's see. I did like how their classes started at like 220, then 330, then $2,222, then $8,888. I liked that all the numbers matched.
Yeah.
If I had a cult, that's what I would do.
The community, they prey upon members, charge them thousands of dollars while pressing them into toxic relationships and manipulating their emotional and mental health struggles. The series is now the #1 show on Netflix. Twin Flames has also attracted negative national press from Vice and Time magazine, which we have those articles also. According to the narrative presented on Netflix advice, the Aeons withheld money from the Twin Flames members who worked for the organization and billed coaches half their earnings. They pressured members of the online community to cut ties with their own families. They made members write essays on
half their earnings?
Yeah.
I mean, say what you want about Christianity, but it's only 10%, y'all.
Exactly. That sounds a little better to me. I mean, if you're going to be giving up things.
I mean, even the Mormon church doesn't make you give that much, damn.
Kitty says it's just hard to show hard to do live chat when storming outside the BFE farmland. Oh, sorry for that. Hope your storms
Yikes.
go away. Those are angel numbers. And of course, now they bilked their coaches at half their earnings. They pressured members of the online community to cut ties with their own families. They made members write essays on why Jeff wasn't a cult leader, all while he claimed to have special connection with God. They encouraged members to use the mirror exercises and blame themselves for a partner's shortcomings. They dissuaded members who suffered from depression from seeking mental health, and one later took her own life. They told women in the community they were obligated to have sex with their twin flame partners, even if they didn't want to, and they pressured members to assume different genders in hopes of finding their own twin flame.
Yeah, see, the problem with having a love cult is that there is an overabundance of desperate cat ladies.
Or men that turn into desperate cat ladies.
Yeah, that's the thing. This is the type of thing that's going to appeal much more to women than it is to men. And you're
Yes.
going to have a lack of men to twin flame pair with.
Yes.
Also, a cult and you have to do homework? Screw that.
Yeah, no homework for a cult. They left after leaving Farmington Hills in early 2020. Jeff and Shillelagh Aon purchased a 5-bedroom luxury home with a swimming pool south of Sutton's Bay on April 7th, 2020 for $850,000. The property is worth nearly $1.4 million. Their living room fireplace is reportedly flanked by $11,000 worth of amethyst, which Shillelagh regularly communes to her fireplace, according to Vanity Fair. Community members who have met them attest the couple prefers to keep to themselves. A scroll through their Instagram accounts, don't care. During their 3.5 years here reveals Jeff's expensive taste in sports cars and designer clothing. The photos also show M22 apparel clad unambiguous scenes around Lino County, Traverse City, a meal at the mill in Glen Arbor, a stroll along Leo's Creek near Sutton's Bay, a Halloween scene outside the State Theater on Front Street with their daughter, who was born in April of 2021. The Aons did what many locals do. They gave money to Lanao Conservancy and were listed on the nonprofit's donor list. But the Instagram photo suggests something else: loneliness. Nowhere do we see friends or family of the Aons, just the two, now 3 flames flickering together. The sentiment seems fitting, perhaps, since one of the criticisms of the Twin Flames universe is that the couple allegedly pressured members of the online community to cut ties with their own families, including with parents who longed for contact with their daughters, who they believed were taken from them. Now, the Netflix series Escaping Twin Flames, which debuted on November 8th, features an early scene in Phoenix, Arizona of Paula Hardy trying to track her own twin, Stephanie, a Twin Flames follower who has cut off contact with her family, which is a really sad story.
Yeah,
very, very sad.
It's heartbreaking to watch them try to reach out and contact and...
Yeah. Now, she was seen dialing the Lino County Sheriff's Department out of concern for her sister. She explains to dispatcher. We're not going to go through that because we'll see all that later.
Yeah.
They're at their own will. Though the dispatcher responds and she says, "I'm not sure if coercive control counts as own will," says Hardy. The leaders are Jeff and Shillelagh and later in the series, we hear from, well, I'm not going to go through all of the series, but we will talk about that tonight. And it says the model is always similar. Market to spaces populated with the vulnerable and often traumatized individuals seeking help to address relational and emotional distress, making unrealistic guarantees. Sprinkle a little spirituality as justification for extreme guru-style power differential. Inaccuracy disparage of and differentiate from traditional forms of mental health treatment. Utilize marketing and sales schemes such as package deals, limited time offers, money-back guarantees, client testimonials, pre-recorded virtual courses, tiered levels of access to practitioners, and leveled master labels and multi-level pyramid scheme style advancement and investment opportunities, where the wealth and success of those on the highest rung of the hierarchical structure is flaunted as a promise to those who invest to reach the highest level of spiritual awakening and emotional healing. Sounds familiar. Most of these features are explicitly against professional codes of ethics governing licensing psychotherapists like myself due to their exploitive potential. These folks often use treatments that draw loosely from established legitimate therapeutic models, but sometimes intentionally and sometimes out of ignorance and lack of trauma-informed training. There are manipulated ways that often cause significant harm. The mirroring technique that the group uses is a good example. Spirituality is not incompatible with most forms of psychotherapy and can be integral to some. But these approaches use spiritual bypassing to manipulate, invalidate, and gaslight individuals, which often intensifies the struggles as they seek to alleviate. So imagine being shoved into this little world and finding out that you were being duped the whole time.
Well, and the scary thing and the, hard thing is that when you get into this group, because the documentaries are going to show a lot of people their initial kind of going on the Facebook, you are love bombed. You're here. We love you just as you are. Your real family doesn't know the real you, the real struggles you have, but we see the whole you and we love all of you. You're going to get your twin flame. See our happy, couple models, and they come and do hostage videos. I mean, testimonials about how great life is going.
Yes. Yes.
So
And
it,
it's it's very easy to trick people into these kinds of things, because if someone and think about this, you're hitting, imagine you're a woman hitting that age and you can't have kids anymore. You're close to not being able to have kids, and you're just like my life is unfulfilled. I'm feeling lonely. I need, and nobody's coming around because, because they've got some issues that if they went and saw a therapist, they might be able to figure out what those issues are. They're scaring, men off or scaring a potential partner off. Good to see you,
well,
Valor. And in doing so, they've sort of cut themselves off from contact with people. They run into this group that says, we can help you find the person that's meant for you. And they think back to this one person that they had this crush on. It might have been on it, for example, in one case where it was someone that they worked with, and this other person gave them positive attention, not seeking anything, just out of being nice. And next thing you know, they're saying, well, that was your twin flame. You just didn't know that was your twin flame. And they don't know that they're your twin flame, but your souls are meant to be together. You need to go and tell them how you feel. Now, this other person, they may be just like, I mean, taken aback by it, and end
yeah,
up, hooking up with you, and then just be like, yeah, something's not right here. I don't know about this. And they say, like in any relationship, you realize, well, this isn't going to work out. There's something not quite right here. Like I
yeah.
feel that you're like a good person and I want to be a good friend to you, but I don't have that sexual desire. It doesn't really do it for me. And in this
No.
case, they're telling him, no, go and pursue that person. You need to force yourself upon them.
Yeah, regardless of restraining orders, no, he's trying to get you to engage more. The restraining order is a joke. But it also comes from this and when I was younger, maybe I looked at love like I was going to find a person and I would never have to work for anything.
Right.
This is very much like you don't have to do anything to change. You don't have to do anything to improve yourself or your partner. The universe has provided you with someone that will love you, and neither of you have to change. It's a very, very immature view of love because, I mean, anyone that's been in a long term relationship knows that your partner grows, you grow, you might not like each other. You know, it requires work.
Yes. And that's the biggest thing that they don't talk about is, you know, that a relationship does take a lot of work. And you know, is this like Sin Helpless Fire? No. No, not even close.
No Demi Moore. It's
No.
never the boobs you want to see.
No, it's not. The Twin Flames universe online community has been subject to documentaries. But the story behind the community isn't all rainbows. Community generated a lot of controversy after Vice published 2 articles in 2020 delving into those claims. The Netflix take on the Twin Flames universe is billed as a sinister love story from the digital age. And it says, but you know who are Jeff and Shillelagh Arian? Where are they now? Here's what you need to know. We don't need to know that because we already explained that. There isn't a ton of information about Jeff. He's the co-founder, but he and his wife, Shillelagh, are relationship coaches based in Michigan. Who is Shillelagh? Not a ton of information about her past, but she is the other co-founder and previously went by a different name called Megan Plant, according to Vice. So they had names before. When the couple first met, she was living in Sedona, Arizona. That explains a lot. Jeff moved there to be with her. Couple made videos about their relationship, eventually moved to Hawaii together, where they started a relationship blog called Awakened Intimacy. This blog eventually morphed into Twin Flames Universe, which claims to help people find true love, which from what I understood, that is not true.
Yeah, it seemed that Jeff in his past had always kind of had these sort of get rich quick schemes kind of on the internet, like through the power of positive vibrational crystal enemas or something, I can cure you of your pain. So he had already kind of been looking for a way to sort of multi-level market his non-skills into money because he really didn't have like a job that I've seen. I mean, I'm sure he worked to survive, but he didn't really have a job. He was always going to be a blogger or a life coach.
Right. Yeah. He wanted his hero was Warren Buffett. He wanted to be like Warren Buffett. And
I always get Warren Buffett and
George Soros confused.
No, Jimmy Buffett confused. I'm always like, why is this man not singing Margaritaville? And I'm like, oh, it's the other Buffett. Okay.
It's the poorer Buffett. Oh, yeah. Maybe not. Look at that. Maybe not with 5 gifted memberships. You know what that? Let me grab my damn helmet. I've got it. Oh, I had to hide it from the children because they wanted to wear my damn helmet. Give me just a second. Let me hide myself for a second.
Jim, I promise to have no Kool-Aid at my commune of introverts. And we're calling it a commune, but I'm still getting a 501c3 because I don't want to pay taxes.
Now, if you don't know about the helmet there, Mo, you know, you got to see it in real time at Dollywood.
I did.
Well, the helmet, the expert sticker is getting almost covered up. Now it's the exp. Doggone it. It's like you guys are killing me. Well, let's give them the music.
Welcome to the shit show. Every single day, a new flavor of fuckery. Cause everybody's such, you see, and they're dumber than a bag of clots. Monday, bullshit. Tuesday, bullshit. Wednesday, and then 4 more days of increasingly stupid, ridiculous, ignorant, balderdash, poppycock, bollocks, and fuckery. We'll it all over again.
Thank you, baby. I love it. Show loved, maybe not for that. Thank you, girl. You are always so generous. Hope you're doing well this afternoon. I hope she's doing well this afternoon also. She is. It's always a pleasure to see her here. She really brings quite a bit in here. Where is And looks like Lori and Lamia Friend, Tammy S, and Bingo Brew Tea, Patty Screen all received those gifted memberships. Yeah, that's I've been doing that one for quite some time.
You
The
know,
shit
all
show.
of that describes how I get stories for Mornings with Mo. So I kind of need people to continue to be stupid. Like a small
Yes.
percentage. I think we've
Yes.
got too much stupid. If we could turn it down 10%.
10% would be wonderful. Or even, even 5 would be beautiful.
Yeah, yeah.
So we got now this is something that this is the kind of things that Twin Flames posts out there. This is the secret to be together with your twin flame. And it says, how can we navigate weird behavior in our twin flame connection? In this week's live session, Neelium or whatever shares crucial insights on what to do when your twin flame acts in odd ways, emphasizing the need for deep understanding of the complexities that arise in this unique connection. She also sheds light on the profound topic of revealing your true twin flame amid all the signs and intuitive feelings that guide us on this transformative journey. Neelam delves into the introspective process of discerning whether you're genuinely on a twin flame journey, urging you to trust your inner knowing, and your divine synchronicities. Have you tried the mirror exercise yet? Drop 100% in the comments if you would like to know more. Would you like to go
Where
deeper
are my
into
spiritual synchronicities located?
They're really deep, and the only way that you can get to them is if your twin flame just goes, never mind, I'm not going to go there.
Yeah, no. I'd like to RSVP no for that shit. Thanks.
But for more information on the online community, you can check out the Netflix documentary series Escaping Twin Flames. But tonight we'll be going over Rumble. We'll be doing it over there. Joking aside, kind of don't tell my wife that there's these kinds of cults out there. She's going to get me
Wim, I've tried to get Mr. Mo to get me a brother husband, so he only has to take out the trash twice. And then we have 2 people to, deal with my crazy. So like they can take alternates, like when I'm having a spaz attack. But he's like, nah.
She's hoping for one that's gay also, because that way, he can help you pick out new dresses and everything.
Yeah. Duh. It's going to be a drag queen, and they're going to finally explain to me how to do cat eyeliner. I'm going to look fabulous.
Well, do you know how to do cat eyeliner? What you do is you put your eyeliner on, and then you ride a motorcycle at about 60 miles an hour with your eyes open, and it runs right back where you want it to, and then stop when you get it to the desired length.
More throttle. I need edgy.
I need edgy. Oh my gosh. Yes. And so as I was saying earlier with Mo and I, and this is our first one on this. Now I have covered this before, and that was why it was a little bit easier for her and I to discuss some of this. She was just like, because I don't know too much about it, but it's something that I find very interesting. And I covered this before. I might have done this with Caitlin Commons. Her and I went over some of this and watched the actual documentaries, and it was really crazy. So
yeah, again, when you see the videos, I weep for humanity, because these are the videos they put out, and people are like, you know what? Those 2 seem like they are smart in the spirituality. They have their chakras aligned.
yes.
And I'm over here. People believe them? Like,
Yes.
really, really, really?
Yes, really. People do believe this. That is the disheartening part of it. There's actually people out there that
It's not disheartening. We are a social species. We have become disconnected with one another. The way that we used to interact with between the genders is changing significantly, and people are lonely. So everyone wants connection. And as human beings throughout all cultures, we have all tried to, strike a connection to the divine, to the spiritual. So tapping into those really basic needs is not, like something new for cults. These two are just annoying.
Yes, I will say that they are, like, if I had to go to somebody for some sort of life advice, these two would definitely not be it. I think
No.
I'm like, it's painful to me because I'm sitting there going, wait a second, this makes no sense whatsoever. You're telling me that there's somebody out there that is your perfect soulmate. Like my wife and I, we'd never looked at each other as in that way, like perfect soulmates. It was just like, at one point she goes, now I just want to know for my own like reference here, are we just banging or are we planning on taking this to the next level? Because I'm fine with either way. I just sort of want to know so I don't get my expectations up or anything. And I was like, no, I plan on taking it to the next level. Just, I'm enjoying the banging right now. She was like, okay, I just wanted to be sure.
And that's how Shizzy proposed.
Well, no. I actually went and talked to her grandparents about it. So,
Oh,
yeah.
Shizzy's a gentleman.
Yes, it was in because she doesn't have didn't have a really close relationship with her father. So, and she, it was the kind of thing that we, talked about. And I just, after you get to know your significant other, your partner in life or whatever you want to call them, my wife right now, I guess. My current wife.
Yeah, my second try. Third time's the limit, y'all. I'm just saying. I'm no Elizabeth Taylor.
Well,
that's a lot of training new men about what you like. Like, don't take put the clothes in the laundry. Like, I'm just about done training one husband. I don't need 7 more.
No.
Mr. Mo would be saying he's training me, but I'm untrainable.
Well, there's nothing wrong with being on the spectrum, and my wife and I aren't soulmates. We're just the only two people in putting with the other special autisms. The spectrum, I could say that.
Hey, you have a pass. I've got a cripple pass. Jimmy, not Timmy. We're all good. We are covered on all capacities.
Well, and it is one of those where we as you go through life, you find people that, because I remember way back someone was just like, so what kind of woman are you looking for? And I was like, I honestly don't know. I just know what I'm not looking for, because I've already ran into the ones I don't want to be with. And so whenever I see those kinds of same things pop up, that I know I don't want to be around that person. If they start sharpening knives at odd hours of the night, maybe don't want to be around them.
Or maybe they're the best taxidermist ever. Shizzy, sometimes we got to think positive.
Could be, but I think the basement that's covered in plastic tarps is a sure sign that things aren't going to end well for you. So,
yeah. But she does think ahead. You got to give her that for the positive, like pros, cons. I might end up dead, but she is a planner.
Yeah. Great in bed too.
Well, they usually are if they're going to unalive you. Except for Eileen Warnos. Yikes.
Yeah. Yeah. Daddy issues. That's the secret to happiness. Oh God. Oh, what a straight, mostly drama-free woman. I gotta buy epileptic instead. Still a win.
Hey, Mr. Mo didn't know about my crazy until he walked in and I was in a dude wig with a fake beard on, and he was like, you know what? I'm just gonna walk right out of here. I did look like a skinnier Haley Joel Osment, though. It was kind of weird. I was like, I see dead people.
I see dead people. I wanted straight, mostly drama-free woman. I got to buy epileptic. Well, just think, whenever she's seizing up, it could be interesting.
Shizzy.
I mean, could be interesting.
I mean, I laugh, but whenever I'm having a bad day, Mr. Mo tries to explain to me that he has the cure that fixes all that ails me.
Mhm.
Now, I haven't seen Pfizer market this, so screw you. And he's like, is that an offer? I'm like, for yourself. I will never stop you from doing that, sweetheart. You go ahead.
Well, you've heard about the shampoo conspiracy, right?
No.
Like there's only 5 companies that make shampoo. All right. And
Yes.
out of those 5 companies, how many of them make a product for hair loss? And out of those 5 companies, how many are invested in that company that makes that chemical for hair loss?
I have no idea.
Yeah, there's this whole conspiracy. Look at the shampoo conspiracy. It's hilarious to look at.
Is it like the one that birds aren't real?
Oh no, it's better than that. I mean, they come with receipts because there's only like 5 companies that make shampoo, and every single one of them is invested in the other one. They almost use all the same chemicals, and then there's one company that makes something that you use to put it on your head and your scalp like shampoo to help the hair growth come back. And then all those companies those same shampoo companies are invested in that company to help with hair loss. Crazy, isn't it?
At this point, I just don't buy Ben and Jerry's, and I try to be a good person. Like I can't fight the shampoo conglomerate.
My son is 32, an absolutely awesome son. I'm still single at 69. Hey, nothing wrong with being single. And a lot of people have this thought of, being single is a bad thing.
No.
No, it's not.
It's a chance to figure yourself out.
Mhm.
It's scary and it takes hard work. But if you figure out who you are and what you like, then you will be ready when you find a person. And I know this sounds trite. Believe me, people told me the same thing when I was a kid and I did the dumbass thing of finding and marrying. Okay, not dumbass, but I love someone and I'm going to get married and, we're going to have this family.
We're gonna
The
have
problem
kids,
is,
white picket
yeah,
fence.
yeah. I didn't account for the work because real adult mature love is hard effing work. It's
Yes.
choosing to get up and be with the same person even when we want to smother them with a pillow.
Yes. Now, my wife's wanted to do that to me a few times. Luckily, I'm stronger than her and able to pick her up off whenever she's standing on the pillow. It just might be the snoring. I don't know.
Yeah, but it's also, again, there's a word specifically for what they're kind of capitalizing on, and it's called a limerence. And anyone who's had kind of a fake like in your head, you imagine Joey Lawrence from Blossom and you're, 13 and somehow he's going to come to the middle of Indiana and he's going to meet you. And even though it's super illegal, but you're 13 and you don't realize that he's like 24 and not 16.
Oh yeah.
But somehow the stars are going to align and we're going to be perfect matches. That's a limerence. You're having an actual fantasy relationship in your head that has nothing to do with reality.
Yeah.
So basically, Twin Flames is making a bunch of militant cat lady bunny boilers, which I did not have on my bingo card for 2025. I was promised a jetpack and food that came in pill form.
Yeah. Our cars were supposed to be flying by now. But
yeah.
Whatever happened to that? We were given so much opportunity.
To be fair, most people in Indiana can't figure out a roundabout, so I'm not sure how we would do with airplanes.
Yeah. Well, and I'm curious. So Heather, did has your son got to meet his biological father? Just curious. I mean, you don't have to say anything, but you know, I hope that he got to have some, or has been able to have some sort of relationship with him. I mean, even if it's a shitty one, at least you have some sort of relationship with a male figure.
Or he's found father figures other places.
I haven't had those relationships all the time, Mo, but I ain't telling any details.
You'll only have to do that in your cleansing sessions at my commune.
Yes.
Where I'll video record them and remember them like your mom and bring them up at the most inopportune time.
Well, we are starting a commune. The good thing is we will not give you any good advice, and you can give us all your money.
Look,
it's a
I am going to be the
situation.
first cult leader in the history of ever that doesn't want to sleep with your wife. I mean, honestly, I'm much better than everyone right off the bat. Besides, it's a commune of introverts.
Yes.
The only punishable offense is if you bring in patchouli oil or one of them plastic recorders or harmonicas if you don't play them very well.
Yeah. Like, he found him on his own, reached out in his early 20s, figured out very quickly that he was a total loser. And yes, he has a really good mentor. That's awesome. That really is.
That is
really
good.
is. Figured out very quickly he was a total loser. Yeah. And that's, that is one of those things that's really, oh, Rosalind Raid, good to see you. I'll bring the Kool-Aid. Well, as long as it's nice and sugary sweet, we like the Kool-Aid.
I can't believe Nancy Pelosi gave him like a building commissioner position.
Oh yeah. Yeah. Jim Jones, he was really well spoken, and I did cover, and this is part of the Disturbed stuff that I've covered before. You can go back and look at all the series I covered Jim Jones, and if you want to see the stuff that you couldn't see on YouTube, it's all up on Rumble. You just have to figure out which episode that is, because with over 1,000 videos, I couldn't tell you which one it is.
I saw that. I was like, wow, Shizzy's been cooking.
Yeah. I've been doing this for what, 4 years now, I think. Is that right? Yeah, about.
I don't know.
4.5, 3. I don't know. I lost track.
I know.
The early videos, I was like, I don't know what the hell I'm doing.
I will not watch my early videos because they look like hostage videos. Like, hello, my name is Mo, and I am going to be reading you something from the trial.
Here we go.
They do. They look like hostage videos. Like someone's behind me. If you do not do this, I will eat all your little Debbies.
My son's a very smart guy. I was happy my son reached out to the guy himself, with me doing that on his behalf. Absolutely. And that's usually what helps out. I mean, I didn't have a great relationship with my father, but it doesn't mean he was all bad. But I've known people that have had like really bad relationships with their family after they, thinking, well, once I meet my dad, everything's going to be cool. And then they meet their father and they're just like, this guy. Okay. I mean, he seems just completely disinterested in everything. So
Whim, that would be hilarious. That would make me giggle so much if I woke up this morning and there were a bunch of like, are you okay?
People go to those videos and ask Mo to blink twice and she's in danger. Oh. Oh, hey, Livin, how you doing? Says, well, that's why I don't do pre-recorded videos. Because I hate watching myself. Exactly. I'm the same way. I like if I do if you see a recorded video, it's because I did it live and I put a clip in the middle of it. So.
Oh no. See, I like newsy nuggets because I can do them throughout the day as I get time.
Right.
And I've gotten used to it. And I giggle at my own jokes. So at this point, it's really I've really created my own ecosystem of self-adulation.
Well, but you're one of my favorite people, Mo. That's the thing. That's why whenever you started talking about doing this, I was like, absolutely, count me in. When do you want to do it? And then, of course, everything went crazy for me. I was out of town. I was in town. I was in between places, and I was like, oh, she was like, "Are we supposed to do this Friday?" I was like, "No, I can't do this Friday. I have."
No, I honestly couldn't remember. I now have a calendar, and I'll
Oh
probably
God.
still forget, but I have written everything down on dry erase boards, and I feel like I'm accomplishing something.
Do women have to wear shirts in our cult if they want to?
I mean, like, they can go shirtless if they can carry, like, a whole stack of wallets under there or, like, some kinda talent. I mean, like, play Winn-Dixie and the armpit flap, whatever.
Yeah, anything.
I mean, as long as you don't mind that I will be looking only in your eyes.
Yeah. In your eyes.
I'll probably be the only one, though.
Well, and here's what we're going to do is we're going to give you just a little bit of a break song, and we're going to go straight on over to Rumble. The link is pinned at the top of the chat, and that's where we're going to be jumping over to, and we're going to be watching the very first episode on the Amazon. And Mo has notes. She was
Yes.
vigorously taking notes, and she wanted to make sure that she was.
Well, I was vigorously taking notes and then praying desperately for the asteroid to come take me away because these people are so dumb.
Oh God, yes. It's gonna be good, everybody. And I'm just letting you know that that's where we're going to be. And I think before I end over here on the YouTube, because I have to make sure that I set this up properly, because whenever I end it here, it should kick you guys over somewhere else. I just want to make sure that it sends you there. If you're not following us over there on Rumble, because you don't do the Rumble, which is okay, I understand, it's not a problem. You can hate on us. Hey, how's it going, Rosalind folks, for jumping in here? Thank you so much. And I'm going to make sure that we redirect all you other fine folks over to the Fox and Tug. So if you're wanting to keep up with what's going on with them, I'll send you guys over there. If not, you join us over on Rumble. Like I said, it's pinned up there in the chat, and we'll do a little short commercial for you guys, and then we'll see you over at Rumble.
Not for the strong. They search for the weak, the lonely, the lost, the ones desperate to be seen. Your pain, sacred control, not love. It feels like safety, but it's a cage. Your fear is the faith. Hope becomes their power. Soul the prize.